Hello,
Hi.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
So today we are going to learn about disaster management. I hope you all understand about disaster. Isn't it so?
Yes.
Gate, what do you understand by disaster?
Disaster refers to anything, any event that occurs and causes harm to human beings.
Yeah, that's alafu we have the concepts of disaster management. Jane Muyaki, what is the first concept of disaster management?
We have event.
What do you understand by the word event?
It is anything that happens or takes place in a particular place.
Yeah, event is anything that takes place in any place. And we have also the second one is hazard. Jennifer Chepkwai, can you tell us what is hazard? Yeah, hazard it refers to the potential harmful effects of an event. I hope most of you have seen many hazards or disaster in a place. The third one we have a disaster. Disaster gate. What do you understand by the word disaster? Yes.
It refers to harmful events that can lead to loss of property or death.
Yeah, it can lead to the loss of property and death. We have seen a lot of disasters occurring, maybe in your places or your home areas. Have you ever seen any type of a disaster?
Yes.
Yeah, good, that's a disaster. So again, we have the causes of disaster in Kenya. Valerie Chepta, can you tell us one cause of disaster in Kenya and explain your point?
So one of
One
the
of the
causes
causes
is
is
deforestation.
deforestation.
Deforestation
Deforestation refers to cutting down of trees, and when you cut down trees, there will be no rain, which will lead to famine, and there will be no food.
Yeah, very good. Valerie Jane Moyaki, can you tell us another cause of disaster?
We have it leads to poverty.
Yes, can you explain your point, Jane?
For instance, when floods occur somewhere, people tend to leave their residence and move away from the place. So even their plants are destroyed, so causing poverty in an area.
Yeah, that's very good, Jane. John, can you tell us another cause of disaster? John, can you unmute your mic?
We have political instability.
Yes. Political instability, this is where there is either war, clashes in Kenya, fights among people. This occur mostly, if you've seen on 207, there was some clashes, so that was a disaster in Kenya and it affected so many people. And it affected only the property that belonged to people. This is where there was fight against people. People are being destroyed by the properties was being destroyed. Yes, another one. Jennifer Chepkoi, can you tell us another cause of disaster?
Pests and diseases.
Yeah, there is pest and diseases. This is mostly, I've seen pests affecting the crops. This is mostly happened in Bomet County. Exactly, there was a disaster on maize. This is where pest and disease affected maize. So there was anger in the place. So the maize were affected. And then again, we have examples of disasters. What can you see on the pictures on the types of disaster there?
There is a fire.
Yeah, there is fire. Valerie Chepto, what can you see on the picture?
I can see houses that they are demolished.
Yeah, John, what can you see on the pictures?
I can see hurricanes.
Yeah. Jane, what can you see on the pictures again?
And I can see there's somehow houses which are demolished down due to, I think it is landslides.
Yeah. Jennifer or Gate, what can you see?
The smoke. I think this one is from the bomb blast or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. Gate, can you see anything else on the examples of disasters? Yeah, there is also, you can see the land where there is no trees or green pastures in you. There is no grass, anything. This is mostly, they assume this is the place the trees has been cut down, and mostly it affects the northern part of Kenya like Turkana, Wajir, and Karisa, where there is no green pasture. This is affect mostly livestock. You can see most when you are being shown on your television, there's some livestock have died. They are just lying all over. This is because there is lack of water. There is no rain, so that's a disaster also. And then we have the problem facing disaster management. What are the problem facing disaster management in Kenya? Gate, can you tell us one point on the problem facing disaster?
Poor infrastructure.
Yes, can you tell us more about your point?
There are no good infrastructure in the country.
Ye-
Thus, it makes people to not have where they can stay.
Yeah, poor infrastructure. This is where there are poor roads, so maybe facilities or resources that can be taken there. The vehicles, just like when there is fire in a place and there is poor roads, so the fire cannot take place. Another problem facing disaster management, Valerie chapter.
Lack of preparedness.
Yes.
So rescuing people will take long, leading to many people dying, and also property will be destroyed.
Yeah, that's true, Valerie. Jane Muyaki, what is another problem facing disaster management?
We have inadequate resources.
Yes.
When you have inadequate resources, it is very difficult for us to rescue people. For instance, in floods,
Yes.
when we don't have, maybe for example, boats, it is very difficult to rescue people. People will end up dying.
Yeah, that's true. Jennifer Chepkoech.
Yes, lack of preparedness.
Yes, lack of preparedness. That has been said by Valerie Chepto. That's good. Another one is lack of community participation. This is where the community cannot come together to help each other in a disaster. So this is where mostly they are being affected because they are not united in participating on one another. So we have disaster discoveries. What can you see on those letters inside the disaster recovery? Gate, what can you see? What can you see on the disaster discoveries on the letter written on the slides? Valerie chapter, what can you see? Is it clear?
Yes, it is clear. I can see some words.
Yes. Which words can you see there?
Safety.
Safety.
Yes.
And again, there is disaster, there is explosion, crisis. So there are types of disasters, the recoveries, you can see them over there.
Yes.
And again, we have the effects of disaster. The first effects of disaster, Jennifer Chepkoech, can you tell us the one effects of disaster?
It can lead to loss of poverty.
Yeah, it can lead to loss of property. John, can you tell us another effects of a disaster? Open and unmute your mic. Yeah, it leads to slow economic growth. Jen Miyake, another one.
It can lead to loss of properties.
Yeah, it can lead to loss of property and it can cause death. Then we have the disaster management cycle. The first one we have anticipatory phase. The second one pre-disaster. The third one impact phase. The fourth one relief phase. And the fifth one recovery phase. This cycle helping the people who have been affected by disaster. You follow this cycle and it will be, at the end of it, will be successful. So again, we have example of a video showing the occurrence of a disaster. You click on the link there and watch the video on the types of disasters and their occurrence. And then we have the ways of responding to a disaster. First is searching for the victims. When there is occurrence of a disaster, you cite victims where they are affected. You give them first aid treatment and pitch of tents. You build them tents as they wait for the relocation of their houses. So we have come to the end of our class assignment for today. I need to you discover any type of disaster and then write there the need for assessment of that disaster, the mitigation measures that can be used. I'll collect them in our next class. Isn't it so? Yes, I'll collect in our next class. So I wish you a very nice day. Enjoy your lunch and may you have a great day filled with God blessings. Say hi to your